Hello! Good morning! Mayong buntag! Today we are here in the historic town of Baclayon where we intend to bring you on a very special food trip. One that showcases the traditional dishes we Boholanos love to serve to our guests on the day of our fiesta. Well, today is not this town's fiesta, but we are going to this house where the owners have graciously agreed to prepare for us a recreation of the iconic dishes we Boholanos love to serve to our guests on our fiestas. So para makarami, tara na! Let's go! Over the way, the Bohol Fiesta is said to be a combination of both pre-Hispanic as well as Spanish period customs and traditions. The Spaniards, of course, gave us the patron saints as well as Western-style cooking and ingredients. But more importantly and interestingly, in the Bohol Fiesta, there is still this very strong undertone of that even more ancient ritual feast of Thanksgiving, which we call the Pangiling. This means that in the Bohol Fiesta, they only serve food that is considered sacred or acceptable to the ancient spirits of the land. This is, of course, pork meat. So don't go looking for your seafoods or green vegetables or salads or even the pancit because these are not considered appropriate in a fiesta. And more importantly, don't drink water in between eating the pork dishes. That would be catastrophic, I tell you. Oh, here we are. This is our destination. Mayong buntag! Folks, we are now seated here at table in this beautiful restaurant called Cafe Presencia, and we have here Georgie, the owner and proprietor of this beautiful place, and she will help me go through the different dishes in proper sequence of the dishes that will be served during the fiesta in Bohol. Di ba, Je? When you come on the Vesperas, expect that the pig has already been slaughtered outside. Its first drops of blood allowed to spill into the ground as a libation to the spirits of the land. Then the meat are cut, drawn, and quartered, and the first dish they serve you is Taran! The sinugba! Sinugba, of course, is pork meat slabs grilled over the fire, then cut to bite-sized pieces and flavored with tuba vinegar and spices. Nothing fancy really, just down-to-earth flavor that gives you a taste of the simplicity of our people and the earthiness of nature's bounty. It is said that the sinugba is served first because nothing beats the taste of fresh meat being grilled. The first to partake of this food are, of course, the ones preparing it, washed down with rum. Oh, let me take it. Come on, look at it. Then comes, oh boy, the basoy. Basoy, of course, is thin soup pork meat, garnished with vegetables and, of course, spices. For many Boholanos, the basoy is actually comfort food. And because this is only served during the Vesperas, we actually come during the Vesperas just for this. Oh my God, to die for. Amazing. Now let me show you the one ingredient that makes Bohol cuisine distinctively interesting. Now this is the luya, the ginger. We actually love ginger in our food. We even put ginger in our putumaya. Diba? Ginger, dun mo yung makapadaog. Kuwan. Sabihin mo. Bitaw.
Then, as the evening comes, they start serving the dugo-dugo. That's dinuguan for you. This consists of finely sliced pig intestines, in some cases of the skin of the pig's head. There are actually two kinds, the regular saucy dugo-dugo and the dry version called sampaina, just like this dish we have here. The saucy type dugo-dugo is for ordinary celebrations other than the fiesta, but the dry sampaina is for the fiesta because the leftovers could keep for days and could be reheated and brought to the beach by the family. A post-fiesta ritual treasured by everyone.
So, let's presume that we are now on the day of the fiesta itself. We Boholanos call it katumanan. In the morning, the first dish served is this, the linauja. Joji, can you tell our audience what do you mean by linauja?
Linauja is a thicker version of the baskoy, and it is stewed, cooked as a stew with soy sauce and other spices.
Okay.
And then made to swim in a
Generous.
generous broth.
Very generous broth. And this looks just delicious. Now, just before noon, when the people from the church are starting to come into the house, then the queen of all Boholano fiesta food is served. This is the humba. There are many variations of the humba. Some have potatoes, some with ripe saba, others with hard-boiled eggs. But in a Boholano fiesta, humba is served without either of these extra ingredients. Why? Well, the better to keep it for days, weeks even after the fiesta. Some people think the humba is just the same as pork adobo. It is not. While adobo is meat first marinated in soy sauce, vinegar, crushed garlic, star anise, pepper, and salted black beans, then brought to a boil before oil is added, the humba is first boiled to soften the meat before all other ingredients are added. The result is this delectable age-old favorite of generations of fiesta goers, with meat so tender it easily yields to the fork. This is to die for, literally. Of course, other meat dishes are served during the katumanan, including binatayan or pork meat with liver and potatoes, garnished with sliced green or red pepper, adobado, bola-bola, and this traditional dry dish, the solita, which is actually pork ribs with meat scraped to one end, then dipped in flour and egg batter and fried. Now, they say that there are two aspects of the Boholano fiesta, right? There is the Fiesta de la Misa, done inside the church, and there is also a Fiesta de la Mesa.
What's the difference between the two?
Well, in the Fiesta de la Misa, the priest will say, "Please rise." But in the Fiesta de la Mesa, they say, "Rise, please." Kain na! Rise, please! Rise, please! Atak! Dali na mo! Dali! 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 Kaon ka! Oo. Rice, please. Paakuan. Oo. Dali! 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 Paakuan. Hi! Hello! And now to continue with our food trip. Now here in Bohol, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on the day of the fiesta, the food served at table shifts to the afternoon merienda. Here in Bohol, we have so many pastry products during the fiesta. This afternoon, we're going to feature on just these two pastry products, namely the broa and the torta. The Baclayon version of the broa, a type of cookie made from eggs, flours, and sugar, is considered the best in the island. It was concocted in the early part of the 20th century by a lady named Rosa Clarin Israel, endearingly called Osang by generations of satisfied patrons. Here at the pastry shop behind the storied Baclayon Church, especially in this shop called Osang's, the making of the broa is still done using the traditional method. And then we have the queen of Bohol's pastry products, the torta. So what's so special about our torta? The quintessential torta of Bohol is the result of the mixture of flour, just so number of egg yolks, sugar and pork lard and yeast, and done with so much love, care, and long tradition behind it. Some people mistake it either as plain cake or as the ensaymada. In fact, it is much, much softer. It actually melts in the mouth. Above all, the yeast gives it the smell of bread, and yes, it goes very well together with the broa with your hot cup of sikwate. While Boholanos enjoy their coffee, and we have excellent coffee plantations here in the province, we had a longer romance with the sweet seeds of the cacao. This is the tableya, made of pure chocolate paste molded into little round discs and made into a delicious beverage called sequate. Sequate is traditionally made using this special metal beaker called batirol and this wooden beater called the bornea that makes the drink frothy. Enough said! Let the painit begin! Kain na naman! Oh, Juji, I like this. Oh, takwa. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and at this point in time, the tables are now being cleared to make way for the return of the meat products and the meat dishes of the fiesta. So I think at this point we have to wrap up our food trip because we have to go back to our homes and make way for the next batch of visitors coming in. So Fiesta Food Trip here in Bohol, we thank you for joining us. And what is this? Yeah, I almost forgot. Thank you, Juji. You know, friends, this is the real wrap-up, literally speaking, the real wrap-up of a Bohol fiesta. And this is the giving of the leftover food to the guests. And this shows that we are really very hospitable. And we are not supposed to say no to this. And on second thoughts, why would I? So thank you once again, Juji, for your hospitality. And until the next fiesta.
Balik-balik.
Thank you. Today's food taste has hopefully given you the taste and the insights into Bohol's fiesta culture. Someday, when things have become more safe and open, we hope to see you here in Bohol and experience up close our Boholano food traditions. So goodbye for now and see you here soon.